The free enterprise system. What are the traits of the private enterprise or the free enterprise system? We're going to explain the characteristics of the free enterprise system, distinguish between price and non-price competition, and then explain the theory of supply and demand. Countries in the global marketplace have market-oriented economic systems that feature the traits of the free enterprise system: competition, property ownership, risk, and the profit motive. Private enterprise is business ownership by ordinary people, not the government. It's the basis of a market-oriented economy. Private enterprise is also known as free enterprise. Basic elements: freedom to own property, hence the reason it's called free enterprise; freedom to compete, freedom to take risks, and freedom to make a profit. Basic principles: people are encouraged to start and operate their own businesses as a part of the free enterprise system. The marketplace, or the place where people shop, online and offline, determines prices through the interaction of supply and demand. Supply being how much product is out there, and demand being who wants to buy it. If the supply of a product exceeds the demand, you have more product than people who want to buy it, the price tends to drop. If demand is greater than supply, in other words, more people want it, but there's not enough for everybody, the price tends to go up. The government does not set prices or distribute goods or services. In the free enterprise system, ownership is by people. People are free to own property, such as cars, computers, and homes. They also own natural resources, such as oil and land. You can buy anything you want as long as it is not prohibited by law. You can also do what you want with your property. You can give it away, lease it, sell it, or use it for yourself. If you engage in the free enterprise system, you try to make money from your property ownership. Business ownership. There are many types of businesses. People who start and operate their own business are called entrepreneurs. Others support business by investing their money in parts or shares of companies. These shares of a business are called stocks, and the investors are called stockholders. Intellectual property rights are another way to own property. Intellectual property rights are protected. That means that a product or idea a person creates or invents is legally protected from being copied. Patents, trademarks, copyrights, and trade secrets are intellectual property rights. More intellectual property rights. Patent: the inventor owns the rights to the invention, which can be an item or idea, exclusive rights for up to 20 years. Okay, after that, it's a different story. A trademark is a word, name, symbol, sound, or color that identifies a good or service. It cannot be used by anyone but the owner. Unlike a patent, a trademark can be renewed forever if it is being used by the business. For instance, you have the Nike Swish, you have the McDonald's Arches. Those are both trademarks. A copyright involves anything that is authored by an individual, such as writing, music, and artwork. The author has exclusive rights to produce and sell the work and has a valid life of plus 70 years. So anybody who writes a song that you hear on, if you're listening to the radio or your iPod, any artwork that you see hanging, any books that people write, all copyrighted. Patent: when people invent new medicines or new ways for cars to work, those are called patents. Competition. The free enterprise system encourages businesses to attract new customers and keep old ones. Other businesses try to take those customers away. That's called competition. Competition is an essential part of the free enterprise system. It's one of the ways the free enterprise system benefits consumers, because if one company is trying to get your attention, the other company needs to step up their game if they're going to keep you. If not, you go to the new company, which might give you a better price or a better product. Competition forces businesses to produce better quality goods and services at reasonable prices. Competition, price, and non-price. Price competition focuses on the sale of a product. The assumption is that, all other things being equal, consumers will buy the products that are lowest in price. In non-price competition, businesses choose to compete on the basis of factors that are not related to price. These factors include the quality of the products, service, financing, business location, and reputation. For instance, some businesses will not be located close to you, and you will probably not go to those businesses except once in a while. If a business is located close to you, then they have a non-price competition over other people. If you finance at the furniture store or your phone, these people have a non-price competition over other people who don't. A monopoly is exclusive control over a product or the means of producing it. Monopolies are not permitted in a market-oriented economic system because they prevent competition. Many times companies get so big that people fear there'll be monopolies. They feared that about Microsoft. They have feared that about Facebook, Google. So they allow other companies to expand that. They may rein in Microsoft and Google a little bit with some regulations in order to make sure that they are sharing the market with other people. Business risk is the potential for loss or failure. Anytime you go into business, it could very likely be that you may not make it. They say restaurants, when they open up, have a life of 1 year for most of them. Okay, small businesses, probably half don't make it past 5 years. So it's always a risk. Doesn't mean you won't make some money, but it could be that if you made some wrong decisions or you weren't prepared enough financially or with a business plan, it could be that you won't make it. Profit. Profit is the money earned from conducting business after all costs and expenses have been paid. It's the motivation for taking the risk of starting a business. If you start your own CPA firm, you are taking a risk by starting your own firm. It might not succeed. But if you make a profit continually after all of your costs and expenses, such as the rent for the building, the people that you pay, the insurance that you pay those people, the taxes that you pay, after that, if you have a profit, then your business is making a profit. Might not be much, it could be a lot. Supply is the amount of goods producers are willing to make and sell. The law of supply is the economic rule that price and quantity supplied move in the same direction. This means that as prices rise for a good, the quantity supplied generally rises. As the price falls, the quantity supplied by sellers also falls. Thus, suppliers want to supply a larger quantity of goods at higher prices so their businesses can be more profitable. Sometimes people take the edge, though, and they kind of do larger quantities at a lower price to edge out their competition. Demand refers to consumer willingness and the ability to buy products. The law of demand is the economic principle that price and demand move in opposite directions. As the price of a good increases, the quantity of the good demanded falls. As the price falls, demand for the good increases. Surpluses, shortages, and equilibrium. Surpluses of goods, meaning you have more goods out there than what demand is asking for, or when supply exceeds demand. That's when things start going down in price and you have a lot of sales. Shortages occur when demand exceeds supply. When the new iPhones come out, many times they're on back order, and they ask a pretty good price for it because they are a shortage item. They don't have that much yet. When the amount of a product supplied is equal to the amount that is demanded, a state of equilibrium exists. When supply and demand are balanced, the result is that all parts of the economy benefit. Price is not too high for the consumer. The price is not too low for the company to make a profit. So everyone benefits. Win-win, as they say.